Question is, what are the main bottlenecks in upstream and downstream process of marketing of agricultural products in India? Before going to answer of this question, let us see the meaning of upstream and downstream. In this question, the chain of agricultural marketing has been compared to a flowing river. In river, upstream means side from which water is coming. Water in river is ultimately coming from its place of origin. And what is the place of origin of agricultural items? It is the agricultural fields where farmers cultivate the crops. So the bottlenecks or problems at production level fall under upstream process. Before reaching to final consumers, the agricultural products are transported and sold in mandis. So the problems in transport and at mandis are also part of upstream process of agricultural marketing. Now, what is meant by downstream process? See, what is the ultimate fate of river flowing downstream? It meets its final destination, that is, it merges into sea. Now, what is ultimate fate of agricultural products? They are consumed by final consumer. So, delivery or selling of agricultural products to final consumer is a part of downstream process of agriculture marketing. Now, let's see the answer. Upstream downstream terms in agriculture marketing equate the whole process with a river, where upstream in agricultural marketing means production of agricultural crops and downstream means delivery of agricultural products to the final customer or consumer. Now, first is main bottlenecks in upstream process of agricultural marketing in India. The market of agricultural products is intimately linked with the production of agricultural crops. The bottlenecks faced at production level directly affect the chain of agriculture marketing. Before reaching to final consumers, the agricultural crops produced in fields are carried to the mandis, that is the wholesale markets. In the process of production, transport to mandis, and selling of produce in mandis, the agricultural market faces falling bottlenecks. First one is that the farmers in India have small land holdings. They cannot afford modern machinery and technology for cost effective agricultural production. Second is that in India there is a heavy dependency on monsoon rainfall. Both excess and low rainfall adversely affect the agriculture production and causes fluctuation in prices. Another important one is that farmers have only option to sell their produce in APMC mandis even if they are getting very low price of their produce. There is no legal framework for contract farming. There is lack of all-weather railroad connectivity in rural areas. Floods, waterlogging due to heavy rains block the roads for several days. There is shortage of warehouses in rural areas. The farmers have to immediately sell their produce after harvest even though the price of crop is low at that time. Even the private players do not invest in warehouses because according to Essential Commodities Act they cannot store agricultural produce like wheat, rice, pulses etc. beyond a certain limit. There is lack of cold storage facility for perishable items like fruits, vegetables, milk etc. Due to illiteracy among farmers, they cannot take advantage of government subsidies and modern marketing facilities like e-NAM etc. Farmers neither have training nor any facility near their farms for quality testing and grading of their produce as per international standards. This is necessary for exports. For example, Indian mangoes were banned by European Union because they failed to qualify quality test due to traces of pesticides. Mandis also lack storage facility. Farmers have to dislodge their crop in open and sell it soon. FDI is not permitted in core agriculture sector, that is direct growing of crops by multinational companies is not permitted. Next is bottlenecks in downstream process of agricultural marketing. First one is demand and supply gap. Some crops are being produced in excess of their demand, whereas the production of some crops like fruits, pulses is falling short of demand. This is due to lack of diversification and government policies like MSP for few crops. Second is that large number of middlemen between farmers and consumers lower the profit of farmers and increase the cost for final consumers. Ultimately, the burden of middlemen fall on final consumer. Sometimes, to check rise in prices, the government bans the export of specific agricultural items. Sometimes, due to excessive imports, the price of agricultural products fall. In both the situations, the farmer's profit is compromised. Although farmers are taking initiative for organic farming, but the demand is still low due to higher price. There is need to spread awareness among general public about benefits of organically grown food. There is shortage of air-conditioned railway cargo and cost of air cargo is very high, due to which agricultural items are not reaching to markets where they are in demand. There is need to address these bottlenecks in agriculture marketing so that farmers get good price, earn handsome profit, and at the same time the customers also get agriculture products at affordable price.